first and foremost is that, they need to understand the need of their employees. Second is, this is very most important that my company does is, happiness is scorecard. So what we do is how happiness scorecard works is that every individual gets a set of questions, and in those set of questions, they need to answer all those questions. And after that, we come up with their answers, and it will specify that which area they need to work upon on the individual level. And we check on this happiness scorecard, we also check how their contribution, their own happiness, their own set of personal goals are aligned with their corporate where they are working right now. Accordingly, we come out with the solution, and then we provide one-to-one session to those particular individuals.
Hello everyone, I'm Jitendra Singh, banker turned entrepreneur and author of the book Perfect Mastering the Art of Selling. I welcome you to read my story where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs and more. Today I have with me Miss Manu Vats. She is a happiness coach and a corporate trainer with a remarkable track record of 2,500 plus hours of happiness coaching. She helps license as both a happiness coach and a corporate wellness trainer. Surprisingly, she embarked on this journey in life coaching and meditation despite her MBA background in finance and marketing. In her role as a happiness and mindful coach, Manu extends her expertise to individuals and organizations alike. Her mission is straightforward yet profound: to assist individuals in stress management, breaking mental barriers, and ultimately leading happier lives. So she adopts a structured and research-based approach, emphasizing lasting transformation that unlocks an individual's full potential and inner peace. Her practice is centered on nurturing mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, uncovered and liberating unhelpful patterns that hinder personal growth and happiness. In addition to her current pursuit, she is upcoming author set to publish Happy You, Happy Life. So today she will be discussing with us about her life journey. Let us hear from her. Welcome Manu. The platform is open, and now over to you.
Thank you so much, Jitendra. So my journey as a happiness coach started 2 years back. Before that, I was trying to pursue PhD in management, but somehow it didn't work for me. And in that process, I was trying to find my own self, which was, got lost when I was 17, 18-year-old. I used to get, bullied by my friends, by people who were around me that, you have a dark skin and you are not capable enough. Indirectly, comments used to come to me. And that's how, so there was one book that I read at that point of time. It was from Art of Living. And, that book stuck with me till today. And it said that it doesn't matter what others think of you. What matters is that what you think about yourself. Life is not about what and how others will make you happy. How you are happy with yourself, that is the most important thing. And from there itself, my own journey of, exploring my own self started. At that point of time, I was not, I won't say that I was so much at peace in one go. I felt extremely happy. The story did not, turn like that. I had a lot of confusions. Life wasn't easy. Then from there itself, I started, my journey of spirituality. I started meditation. I started with the YouTube meditations, and it was not supporting me to the extent. Then and there I met my teacher, my mentor in spirituality. He told me one thing. As soon as I went to him, I said, there's so many problems happening in my life. How I will come out of it. He said one thing to me. He said, problems are coming into your life so that they can go away from your life. So just start this journey. For that, you need some tools in your life. From there, I started my meditation journey. And from there, I realized sooner and later that, it's not about other person. It's about me. It's about me, how I'm going to take my life. Then I was, trying to pursue giving a lot of exams about, for PhD examination, entrance examination. I gave them 3 times, but I could not clear. And, I realized that this is not my path. Then I came across this program, which is happening as a certification program first as a happiness coach. And I just went there with the flow, with the faith, and it turned out to be a, another journey, inner discovery journey for me. And from there, there's no looking back. I started my journey. I started taking the workshops. When I started my own journey, I didn't tell anybody that, I'm going to be a coach, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. How it all started is just with a leap of faith. I did it. I announced my workshop, and it's been years that with God's grace, with my guru's grace, that I am really able to serve a lot of people, bringing them closer to their own self.
That's really wonderful. So, if I ask you about you, how did your past life has affected the person you actually wanted to be in your life? Not exactly like which you have just mentioned about your PhD thing, but when you were growing, when you were a kid, you would be having certain thoughts from there. So, what you wanted to be in your life and what you are.
So, as soon as we grow up, we tend to lose that part of our life when we were child. We had a lot of aspirations. So when I was a child, I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be, look good. I wanted to go on a stage. So, there were so many thoughts were there that I want to do this, that, so many things I wanted to do. And, as soon as I grew up, I realized that I'm not living that life. Yeah. So that's how my journey started. So basically, when it comes to my younger self, when I was a child, it was mixed of so many things. It was, I wanted to be a pilot, I wanted to go on a stage, I wanted to do this, so many things at that point of time I wanted to do. As soon as I grew up, and then I realized that, I am not living what I really wanted to live, because there's so many expectations, keeps on coming from the family, from the friends, from the environment, and there I lost myself. Now in my 30s, after working a lot on myself, now I can say that what I wanted to be when I was a child, now I'm living that life, to really happy, to be, to enjoy myself to the fullest. That's how.
That's really nice. So, if I ask you things you are passionate about in your life, what are those things, and what is the role of motivation and inspiration onto it further?
So for me, if you ask me, I'm really passionate about my work, because my work really fulfills me as an individual. So I believe that if I'm able to bring one person closer to their own self, my work is done. When I'm contributing, in a life of somebody, that's what makes me happy. That's what my passion is all about. Along with that, my passion goes towards doing a lot of new things where I can, challenge my own limits, like doing yoga. These days I am trying yoga. I used to do it, but I want to extend it to the next level, and doing other things, like, for example, small things. Going for a trekking. That's also I'm passionate about. For me, passion is not about achieving a big time, something larger. It will happen. For me, passion is, achieving those small targets that I've given to myself, because, it helps me to surpass my own limitations.
Right.
If I'm not focusing in the process, I will get overburdened with my own things, with my own expectations. So it's better to enjoy the process instead of focusing on the, result every time.
Right. And how is the motivation and inspiration thing works?
So for me, my motivation is my mother, number one, and another one is my mentor, Karan Behel. So these two people play the very significant role when it comes to motivation. Like recently what happened, I was, not feeling well. There's so many things were happening with me. You have to manage your house, you have to manage your work also. And I asked my mentor, I said, I don't feel like I'm able to do anything. He said one thing to me. He said, whatever you do it with 100% conviction, no matter where are you. Whatever you are at, do it at that point of time. So that's how, these small lessons, when you implement them in your life, in your daily life, that really motivates you. And when it comes to inspiration, their work, the way they conducted their life, how they, tackled their business, their personal life, that really inspires me. And even if I feel if I'm able to do 10% of that, I would be very happy. That's how I feel, inspired. There are times, when we also, as a coach also, you are also in the same journey, just like me. So for example, if I am, there are times that, we get overwhelmed with so many things that are happening in the process. If I get bogged down with these situations, then the people who are really inspired me, their role comes that point of time. That's how it works.
Correct. Rightly pointed out. And now if I move on to your work and experiences, how you started working on your area of work which you do and what you are doing there.
So I do freelancing work, number one, and how I started. So with the company where I did my certification, they announced one program where we supposed to, just go and announce the world that you are doing this. And no one in my family, friends knew that I am into this business, although I've conducted one of my workshops. And once I declared it to the world that, I am a coach, I'm going to do it, I'm delivering a workshop with 40 other coaches all around the world. That was a turning point for me. And from there itself, I conducted my first ever big workshop where around 70 people joined that workshop. And from there, first I did this happiness coaching workshop. And from there, I started getting the leads for one-to-one coaching, then corporate groups, and I did for there is one group which is very close to me, that is Music Veranda. They enjoy music, so they keep on calling me for small sessions on mindfulness and on happiness and meditation. So I go there, enjoy with them also, because it's not only about work. You should work in a way that it feels you beyond that limited mindset of working. That's how my work had started. Yeah.
Wonderful. And you've been working great. Nice to hear that. And now if I ask you, what is your vision, mission and goal in life for next 5 to 10 years from now?
So I don't believe in 10 years or 5 years. Okay. I just believe in goal. I know that I'm going to achieve it. Secondly, my vision is to really empower individuals, especially the youth. And when it comes to my mission is importantly is that to really help individuals to the level of from their core, so that they can understand the emotions that are really creating problems in their life. And it is not only in the personal level, it's also it comes in their environment, it happens in their corporate lives, in their business also. So I want to really help individuals to really, so that they can understand their emotions. If we are able to understand our emotions, 90% of the work is easy.
Correct. So now if I ask you, what are the most important life lessons you have learned from your personal as well as personal journey?
The lessons that I have learned, that number one lesson that I've learned, never ever depend on anybody else for your happiness. Never ever depend for you to be mindful on other tools. Every tool is available in the market. How I am going to implement it in my life, how it is going to make my life productive, that completely depends on me. For example, when I started my journey of, of spirituality, my inner journey, inner discovery journey, I did a lot of meditations from YouTube. But what really worked for me when I started doing this Sudarshan Kriya, that really helped me to the extent that my anxiety reduced, my panic attacks just got removed from my life out of the blue. And this is how life works actually. Until and unless I am not ready to be with my own self, nothing is going to work. That's what I have realized in my personal life. And when it comes to my professional life, I've been working with the individuals who are very supportive, though it's a very competitive market. But the best part is that I have the best mentor in the world. I am working with the best company, and the environment in which I am working right now, it's very, it's growth oriented. It's more of a, where you get productive, where you can be yourself. And the one thing that, that I've learned in my journey, and it's a very beautiful thing, that, we focus on doing things how it will be, focus oriented. Sorry, not focus oriented, but the future oriented. I will, if I'm going to deliver the workshop, how I should look, how I should behave, how my gesture should be. But what I have learned from my mentor is that if you work on being level, everything will taken care of.
Correct.
The way I dressed up, the way I'm going to deliver, all that things matter. But if you're not working, if you don't know how you are from inside, you will not be able to deliver your 100% over there. So it's very important to work on being level, then doing or working on doing part. Let the divine take that thing, take care of that.
Rightly said. So now we are moving on to the most important thing, which I was curious to ask you. So since you have been working as a mindfulness coach, happiness coach, so on to this further, if I ask you, like in today's fast-paced world, and we often see that stressful corporate environment which is there, how can organizations effectively integrate happiness as a core cultural element to enhance employee well-being and productivity overall?
So, when it comes to corporate, and it doesn't start with corporate actually, it starts from the individual levels. If I go somewhere, let's take an example of a party. If I go in some party, do you think that you will feel part of that particular party in one instant? As soon as you enter there, do you feel that you will feel that you are part of that organization? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen, right?
Correct.
So the point lies in that how I am inculcating the right values in my organization along with the individual values of the individual, of the person who is going to come and work in the organization. So, people are just these days are just randomly working. They don't know where to work and what they really want to do. They're just doing it for the sake of earning money. Right. So until and unless I am not clear on that part, that, where and how I should work, individual values has to be clear. Then automatically, no matter what kind of environment or corporate you are going to work with, it become easier for you. Now, when we comes to corporate specifically, in corporate itself, it is very important for the corporate sector to understand that, they should have a clear goal, clear perspective that what they want to achieve, what are their role. And on basis of that, they should, make they should also take the help of the individuals, the workers, the employees, because the values that companies they have decided, okay, I have 10 values. Are these values getting aligned with the values of their employees? So in order to work effectively, in order to work really effectively, it's very important for a company to understand the individual's values also, and then taking it together, then creating that atmosphere, a happy atmosphere. And I can tell you, the productivity will also increase after that. Values plays a very important role in any sector or at individual level also.
Correct. And you can see that where people are happy, like whichever organization, the most number of people happy with their job, with their work, are most productive organization overall.
Yes.
So rightly said. So what specific strategies and initiative can these businesses implement to foster a culture of happiness and emotional well-being among their employees?
So first and foremost is that, they need to understand the need of their employees. They have created certain set of values, certain set of goals. they need to understand that what is the, aspiration, or, the goal of that particular employee in their organization. Number one has to be there. Second is they need to understand the first point, because, if they don't understand, because the role of a company and the role of an individual, if they are not aligned, they will not be able to, give a productive result. Second is, this is very most important that my company does is, happiness is scorecard. So what we do is how happiness scorecard works is that every individual gets a set of questions, and in those set of questions they need to answer all those questions, and after that we come up with their answers, and it will specify that which area they need to work upon on the individual level. And we check on this happiness scorecard, we also check how their contribution, their own happiness, their own set of personal goals are aligned with their corporate where they are working right now. Accordingly, we come out with the solution, and then we provide one-to-one session to those particular individuals.
Right. So basically, organization needs to see that the most important thing is alignment of employees' perspective with the organization's perspective, and making a healthy environment where they can meet each other and engage within other people, so that they are heard of, they share their values, they share their emotions, and they enjoy the company of each other.
Yes, and one more thing that I want to mention here is that, as an individual, I have my own set of goals, my own aspiration.
Correct.
I want to do this, I want to do that. And when company offers me that set amount of money, I quickly jump there without seeing the future aspect, my mental health. We just see the money part over there. And as soon as later, on the later stage, what happened? We get so much bogged down by the situation with the workload that we end up losing the job. Either we will be called off from the job, or we ourselves take a backseat from that job.
Correct, quit the job. So that is the reason why most of the people are not really working for the organization for long.
Yeah, and that is one of the major reason these days that individuals are not happy, because their values and company's values are not aligned.
Correct. So on to this further, can you share any success story or example of company that have successfully embraced happiness as part of the corporate culture, and what measurable benefits have they seen in terms of employee satisfaction, retention, and overall performance?
So recently we worked with this company, Hero Motocorp. They came to us and we did this happiness scorecard, for their employees. There were around 50 employees for whom we did it. And the result was very good. They got to know that where their employees are right now, where they, at what juncture in their life, actually, in their personal life and in the professional life also. And from there, they were able to evaluate their wants, their needs from their particular employees. So they were able to evaluate both the things, and accordingly, they will able to find that which employee needs in which department, which is the best area of department. So
Correct.
Accordingly, they transferred some of the employees where they were not good in marketing, but the person is good in sales.
Right.
Person who was working in HR, the person is good in research. That's how they, bought those changes, and it really helped them to the great extent.
Correct. And that is the best example possible, because what happens is we stuck with some job role which we don't like, and we don't want to work on that job role for long. So that is the point where these senior peoples or the organization can think of creating an environment where people can pick up something which they like to work on. So this is really a wonderful thing which this company have picked up. And I think if every company start on this happiness formula, definitely they can create wonders within the organization, not only for the organization, but overall for the employees as well. So now moving back to you again, if I ask you what is your take on success? What is success look like to you?
For me, if you ask me personally, again, I'll go back to my mission and this thing. So for me, success is really helping individuals. So for me, success is not earning money. Yes, everybody needs money. That's a true true reality. But
Correct.
that money has to come from the right source. That what I believe in. If
Ah,
I'm not able to empower you, if I'm not able to help you, right, in a way that not able to, you are coming to me and you're saying, hey Manu, can you help me? I'm not happy. I want to, really come out of this suffering. And I'm charging X amount of money from you and you're giving that money to me. I'm not giving you that value. I'm not able to serve you. That's a failure for me.
correct.
And right. And for me, success comes from a point where my client is coming to me and telling me that, I'm feeling calm, I'm feeling happy, I am relaxed. I had a very peaceful sleep last night. That's how it really helped me. I remember one of my clients, she's 62 years old. She had some issue in her hand and she came to me and she was also a coach. She said, Manu, can you take me through some meditations? I said, yeah, let's do it. And for 2 months she was with me and doing meditations every day. She worked in corporate for 30 years and she said the calmness that she felt in these 2 months of her meditation was really different. She was able to understand where she's going. She felt more grounded. The problem with her hand just wiped out from her body like anything. Now she's happy, living a fulfilling life, working with World Bank, altogether a very different person. So that's a success for me when
Great.
my clients are getting the results.
Really wonderful. So now we are on last one. Any message or advice you would like to share with our viewers and listeners?
Any advice, I would say that it's better to be with you instead of being with somebody else. Understand yourself first, then everybody will going to understand you.
Correct.
And that will make you the happiest person in the world.
Right. Simple words, but really important. So it was really amazing to have you here today. You have shared so many wonderful things about your journey that was amazing. And also how organizations can do simple things and that they can engage well with their employees and create a happy environment for not only for the benefit of organization, but for the benefit of their employees as well. So it will give them more results, better productivity from employee sides, overall organizational growth that can be seen. So it was really amazing thought and I really enjoyed the conversation and looking forward to hear more from you soon again. Thank you so very much, Manu. It was nice having you here.
Thank you.
And also I will share your social media link along with the interview so that people can be in touch with you, take your help and guidance wherever they feel like. So guys, don't forget to check that out too. And thank you so very much everyone for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of information and enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you and bye-bye.